Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. It is the second day of February, Sunday. We're in the truck getting ready to head to what's in town, Pennsylvania. We got to go down to Hershey in Stewart's Draft and pick up a load of stock feed. It's stock feed, for those that don't know, is out of date peanut butter and peanuts and anything that they got to get rid of food wise because it ran out of date. They send it to a place in Watsontown. It's kind of like a recycling place, and they take and feed it. I guess they mix it up with some other stuff. Watch my language. Mix it up with some other stuff and send it to fatten up cattle on the farms. Yeah, fatten them up. Yep. That's what it does. That's what all that damn sweetness does, is fatten your ass up. But anyway, wdiesel. I went to those guys, now it would be 2 years ago. And if y'all watch my other videos, you know that my motor blew up and my one box went out. Pretty much one box went out before the motor did, obviously. But anyway, I replaced them both at the same time. And it was during the COVID little episode. And you couldn't get the original one box from Freightliner. And my mechanic had kept talking about wdiesel, how they had good one boxes, aftermarket of course, and they had never had any issues out of these one boxes. I'm like, okay, well, I want to get my truck up and running, so we'll put a motor in it, we'll put a one box in at the same damn time. So we did just that. I ordered a one box, $7,000 some dollars. The motor, $10,000 some dollars, and I had them both put in at the exact same time. Well, when I bought the one box, I bought it from their sales girl. Her name was, I gotta keep it quiet. I ain't gonna call it no names. But anyway, I talked to her and I said, well, what kind of warranty do y'all have on these one boxes? And she said it's got a 3-year warranty on it. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm wanting. So, yeah, we went ahead and did the deed and got the one box and had them put it in and everything. And man, I tell you, the truck ran great. Oh my goodness, it ran great. I didn't have a minute's issue with it until I had got a load going down to Texas, down to Dallas area, and I took the load down there and dropped it off, picked up another load, refrigerated, and brought it back. And I ran out of hours, so right before you get to Texarkana, I guess maybe, I pulled over, took a break, and after my 10-hour break was over, I get up, I haul ass, I hit the damn road. Well, I no sooner hit the damn road, all my damn lights on the dash lit up again. Pull over for a regen. What? You're supposed to do this going down the road. I'm not supposed to have to stop for a regen. 16 months is what I got out of that one box before I started having issues with it. 16 months. So what is that? A year and 4 months. I got 12, 13, 14. Yeah. I count my fingers. Yeah, I got 14 months out of it. And it started giving me issues. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just a fluke. Well, that fluke turned into a once a week deal. And then that fluke turned into a once every 400 mile deal. Now it kind of bounces all over the board. Anywhere from 400 to sometimes I'll get 2,500. It all depends on how much I pull hills. pulling hills is hard on these one boxes. I guess because you're giving it so much fuel and it just can't process it. I guess that's got to be the reason. I guess maybe it's just too much fuel going to it, and it's just building up, and then they ain't got nowhere to go. But down in Texas, there wasn't no hills. There wasn't no hills down there to pull. So yeah, I'm not happy with D&W diesel now. I was all about D&W diesel. I was telling everybody, man, you need a one box, go to these guys. Man, it's a great one box. Yeah, I freaking lied. Because I called them up, and I'm like, okay. I was like, this girl told me there was a 3-year warranty on it. He said, no. He said, there's a 12-month warranty on it. What? 12 fucking months? Excuse my language. 12 months is all they put on these damn things. You pay all that money for something and you get a 12-month warranty. 1 year. You get a 1-year warranty. And I was like, well, this girl told me 3 years. He's like, well, he said, she's not with us anymore. Go figure. But she might have told you 3 years. So I'm going to go through the process and I'm going to let you know what the warranty consists of. Like, okay. And he says, all right, with the warranty, he said, what you do is you got to buy another one box from us. Then you got to have your one box sent to us. We will inspect that one box and see if it was our issue that was wrong with it, or if you got something else wrong, like an injector going bad or something like that. It's not feeding the right fuel. And he's like, or you don't have to buy the one box, but your truck will be down for several months. Perfect. And he said, so if you do send it to us and we find out that it's our problem, then we cover the cost of the one box and the labor to have yours put in, all that good crap. They reimburse me. And he said, but if it's not, then you just bought a new one box. So pretty much what they're saying is you send it to us and we're going to say, oh, it wasn't our issue, but you got to buy another one box. That's what I'm getting out of it. I don't know anybody that's going to take that much money back in a unit and say, oh yeah, it was our problem. I just don't see it happening. I hate to say it, but I've been screwed too many times to believe something like that. So here I am 2 years later now, doing a regen every 400 to 2,000 miles. So D&W diesel, no, I'd stay away from them. But at the same time, I went to Freightliner and I took this into Freightliner and had them do an inspection on it. Maybe there is something else wrong. The reason that one box is gone cuckoo. And they had the truck for a few days and they come back and said, no, your one box is bad. They said, Freightliner's got them in stock now. I was like, okay. So how much is it to get a one box from Freightliner and have it installed? He's like, well, we work with Napa and we give them discounts and everything. So we added everything up. You're looking at about $12,000. Okay. All right. So it was a little bit over $7,000 last time. You figure with labor and everything, you probably about $8,000. So $12,000 for an original one box. Like, okay. Well, what kind of warranty's on it? 12 months. 12-month freaking warranty. Holy crap. Oh, damn. You cut me off, Steve. No, you didn't. I'm still recording. Hey, if I answer my phone, I'm done. But I'll call him back But yeah, they give you a 12-month warranty on it. So $12,000 for a 12-month warranty. That's $1,000 a freaking month. Oh, but these one boxes, they last 400,000 miles, and we're getting 5 years out of them, and blah 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 blah. Now, buddy, I mean, with all due respect, I heard the exact same crap from D&W Diesel. I heard the exact same crap. Oh, we never have any issues with them, and oh, blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, here I freaking sit. You know, the truck is a 2014 Freightliner Cascadia. It's not worth. The one box costs more than what the truck is worth. Okay, the truck itself. I went to trade it. I talked to a guy about trading it in, and he told me he's like, well, what kind of truck you got? And I told him. He said, is it deleted? And I'm like, no. I said, I won't delete it. I don't want that fine if I get caught, you know. And I said, so I won't delete it. And he's like, well, he said, I'm going to tell you, he said, I'll be honest with you. He said, the market is flooded with these trucks. He said, I don't want to insult you. He said, but you're looking at $9,000 on a trade-in for that truck. And he said, the only thing we can do with it is send it to auction. He said, that's the only thing we can do with them trucks. We can't sell them. So I got a truck that's worth $9,000, and it needs a $12,000 one box. So what do? Well, I had $13,000 in my maintenance account. So I'm like, okay, I'll take the money that's in the maintenance account and I'll use it as a down payment for another truck. So I go in the shop here at Napa, and I'm talking to him. He's like, well, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I said, I want to trade in for another truck. You know, I said, I got money I'm going to put in, you know, trade the truck off and use that money for down payment and get another truck, like 30, 40 grand, you know. And older one that ain't got all this emissions bullshit the EPA come up with. And I no sooner freaking said that, and I swear to God, I don't know how it happened, but everything under the freaking sun started going wrong with this damn truck. The governor went bad. I had service calls. I had flat tires. I had pop tires, you know, where they hit a curb or something and popped the trailer tire. I had a air compressor went out. The governor went out. Well, they say it did. I don't think it did. But anyway, I had to replace all that. The clutch went out. I had to replace the whole damn clutch because the clutch brake wasn't working. And you can't just adjust the freaking clutch brake. You got to have a whole new fucking clutch. So, and then to top it all off, I had an oil leak. I took it in for a serve to get a inspection on it. And the mechanic says, well, you got a small leak starting in your number one cylinder, around your number one cylinder. He said, you got a small leak starting the head gasket. I'm like, okay. I see. He said, keep an eye on it. I'm like, all right. Well, that little leak turned into gallons of oil. I got oil all underneath my truck, all around up the backside, all over the cab and everything. And I'm like, my God, that's a hell of a lot of oil be coming out, you know, from the damn gasket. And so I took it and got it washed and brought it down here. He left it on a Friday, and he's like, oh, yeah, we'll get to it. And then he sent me a message. He said, I sent your head gasket. He said, we got it replaced. Hard as a brick. You should be good. I'm like, okay. I come back to work. Monday morning, I get in the damn truck. I do my pre-trip inspection. I see a little bit of oil back there. I'm like, okay. All right, well, maybe, you know, you just a little bit of oil leaking. 3 days later, I'm down 3/4 of a gallon of oil. So right back in the damn shop it went. He did not fix my truck. And I said something to him about it. I'm like, I don't want paid for something that wasn't broke. And they said, well, he said, I seen the gasket. He said the gasket was bad, blah, blah. It had to be replaced. You know how it is. Mechanics are going to tell you that. Oh, it's got to happen, They're going to tell you, and I believe these guys. I don't think they would really screw me over. I mean, they're really good people. But I put it in again, and come to find out, the filter for the crankcase was clogged, and it wasn't letting no oil pass through the crank, and all that oil had to go somewhere, so it was pushing it out of the motor. And the gasket, the rings on the gasket, it was gone. It was gone. And hell, with the ring for the I think for the cylinder that he took off of there, he showed me, he took that and he just did this number, and it just cracked up. So everything was bad, needed to be replaced. But then I call him up and I'm like, look, how much do I have in my savings, in my maintenance escrow? And he said $3,000. I was like, God, Jesus Christ. There goes my money for a down payment. I had $12,000 to $13,000 in my friggin' maintenance account. Man, my truck went all to shit. I mean, God, man, I guess maybe it don't want me to get rid of it. Because it took all my damn money. It took it all. And, but I hit a deer. I hit a deer with it, and I took it in to get it fixed. And I still can't figure this one out. But I took it in to get it fixed. And it was just a little deer. It wasn't a very big deer, but, it still did some damage. $9,000 worth of damage it did. I think it was like $9,500 or something. I have to look it up on my settlement sheet. But it's like $9,500 worth of damn damage. How in the hell did they not total this damn truck? A new grill. The cooler was good. Radiator was fine. It messed up the front mitigation system, the collision avoidance system. The bumper was gone. And some, the cross member had to be straightened up, stuff like that. That wouldn't. I don't see where that was worth $9,000. I really don't. But anyway, that's what it was, $9,000. So I think my insurance paid for that. I'm wondering if that ain't where most of my damn maintenance went to. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I've rambled enough. I just wanted to get on here and update. I've been talking to this guy about the lease purchase programs here, and y'all, you want to get into I'll help you out any way I can. If you want to get into a lease, I'll help you out any way I can. Send me messages. I'll be glad if I got to check them, but I'll respond. I'll send you, answers to the questions you want. And, but I'm telling you right now, honestly, I don't think I would lease a truck. It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of deal. Because if you lease a truck, with the economy the way it is now, and with all these new tariffs that Trump and Trudeau and everybody's imposing on everybody on this damn, this economy battle that we're going against with all these countries, we don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen until it happens. And I don't want to see somebody get into a lease and go in a hole. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see you thinking you're going to come in and make all this money, and you come in and money's going to the truck and the bills, and that's it. But at the same time, they're talking about getting rid of the lease programs. But that's the FMCSA that's wanting to do that. Like, it's got anything to do with safety, but they, that's the FMCSA. But, they, where was I going with that? I just walked into the kitchen and plumb forgot what the hell I went in there for. Oh, oh my gosh. They want to get rid of the lease programs. But Trump has put an order out saying that for every regulation that they come up with, they got to bring 10 to the table and discuss whether they're going to get rid of them or not. So it was the last time that Trump came into office, he said for every one, you got to delete 2. So they put a stop to all the sleep apnea and the speed limiters and all this other shit. They put a stop to it for 4 years till Biden got in. Then all that shit started back up. Well, now Trump's back in. So, so now he's like, okay, for every regulation you make, 10 of them's got to go. That's pretty much what he's saying. 10 of them's got to go. So there won't be any regulations for a while. But, yeah, just man, use your own judgment. Use your own judgment. Me personally, like I said, I'd go company first, just to let this play out and see what happens. But hey, you do you, man. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just merely suggest. And so you definitely you do you. And I wish you the best. I really do. Anybody that wants to come in and do a lease, man, I wish you the best. I do. I hope it works out for you. But they will not lease a truck to anybody that does not have the front collision avoidance system on it. They're getting rid of all of them. There was a Western Star that I wanted really freaking bad. And no, they sold it. They sold it. And because it didn't have front end collision system on it. So, but anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, all right, I'm going to get off here because I have got to I got to call Steve back. But then I'm going to put my ass to bed for a few hours, get up, carry my ass down here to Stewart's Draft and haul it down, load it up to Watsontown and over to Tunkhannock, over to P&G and pick up a load going to Gordonsville, Virginia and all that happy shit and miles of smiles to you guys. Man, keep the wheels on the ground, man. Keep the wheels on the ground. And, y'all be safe and be careful, dude. We'll see you.